Thank you, Khadija. Thank you, Muhammad. To give to the poor. But yeah, everyone can give to the poor. So what is the difference between a Muslim giving to the poor and someone that doesn't believe in Allah giving to the poor? This is a very, very important and tedious question.
Maybe the difference is that a person that doesn't believe in Allah, like they just give to the poor by like the feeling in their heart, but like a Muslim gives to the poor by like giving to like the feel of their heart and like their faith to Allah.
Okay, mashallah. Thank you very much, Ibrahim. Thank you for your intervention. Thank you, Khadija. Thank you, Muhammad, Ritash, and Abdurrahman. Okay, well, let's start with believing in Allah, measuring your iman by your prayer. There are many verses in the Quran that insist on the importance of prayer. Let me say, I have a strong iman. I love Allah. I believe in Allah. I believe in everything that He asks me to believe in. And I do everything that is in my capability. And I always strive to get very close to Him. Okay? But I love Him so much. I do most of the things, not maybe, everything, but most of the things, except for prayer. My prayer is very weak. Okay? I can pray every day, like especially Fajr, during winter, spring. It's very difficult for me to wake up in the morning to pray. And I say, oh my God, I love Allah. I love reading the Quran, reciting the Quran. Whenever someone recites the Quran, I'm like having tears. Okay? But I think my own issue is prayer. This is the problem. And this is the most important thing today about Muslims, prayer. It is extremely difficult for some people to pray. Despite that, they love Allah, it is extremely difficult for them to pray. Why is it difficult for people to pray? That's exactly what I want to ask Muhammad Iraqi. Help us with this. Why is it difficult for people to pray? I think it's like 5 minutes, you're done and everything's over. Muhammad Iraqi, help us. Why do you think it's difficult for people to pray?
I think the difficult is nothing, because they sometimes waste their time on like video games, and there's only like 5 to 10 minutes praying. So I don't think there's no difficulty.
Okay, so research, you can chime in. Why do you think it's difficult? It seems difficult for people to pray. Why?
Maybe because we're stuck in quarantine. People got used to be on their phone and like watching TV. So whenever the adhan is like when the adhan is called, they probably just like are lazy and they don't want to get up.
Okay. Thank you, Muhammad. Thank you, Ritash. Khadija, why do you think people feel like, I don't want to pray? I love Allah, I love everything, but I don't want to pray.
Well, some people can't physically pray because there's a lot of bending, and some people's knees can't like bend that much because of their knee problem or whatever. But some people don't pray because some of them don't know how to, or they just lazy and just don't want to get up and pray.
So Abdurrahman, thank you very much, Khadija. Abdurrahman, why do you think people don't want to pray with all the love they have for Allah?
Maybe because like they have school in the morning and they can't like wake up 4 o'clock to pray Fajr.
That's wonderful. MashaAllah. Thank you very much. Thank you for all your contributions. They are excellent contributions. Alhamdulillah. I am taking into consideration each and every contribution that you just made. As you said, some people don't want to pray, don't feel like having the appetite of praying because they're tired. Some people don't want to pray because they're distracted. Some people don't want to pray because they don't know how to pray. And some people don't want to pray because they are sick. They can't do the bending and all those stuff. And some people don't want to pray because it is the cold weather. It's like very early in the morning. You waking up for prayer? SubhanAllah, I'm in a blanket. I don't want to wake up for prayer because it's very cold outside. This is very important to take into consideration. If you love Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you will always want to do something to please Him. If you love someone, you always strive to please that person. In every condition, you want to please that particular individual. That is the same thing for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. If we love Allah, we want to do what Allah wants us to do. It's not like it's very cold in the morning, I can't wake up to pray. You will wake up eventually. Something will wake you up, okay? Can you imagine? I believe in Allah, I love Him, and I love something else that can wake me up at night. Like, I don't sleep because of the thing. I don't sleep. I stay the whole night up, watching movies, playing TikTok, just dancing, those things, and maybe playing games, Nintendo, whoever knows, PS5, or watching DT or something. And then that prevents you from waking up in the morning and performing your ablution. If that can prevent someone from waking up in the morning and performing the ablution and pray, then where is the love? Where is the love that we love Allah? So Iman is not only to believe in Allah, it's also to love Him and strive hard to get very close to Him, because He is our friend. Allah is our friend. If you befriend Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you won't be afraid of anything, absolutely. Okay? Because Allah is your friend. But it is very difficult for people to get a very close relationship with Allah because there are a lot of distractions. We are so distracted that even when we come home from school, the first thing we want to do is to get connected. Okay? Yeah. School is boring because I want to get entertained. And one of the ways I can get entertained is to get connected and create friends. That's a fictional friends, virtual friends, virtual connection, and forget about the most important thing, to be creative. Some of us, what we usually do is to consume. The only thing we know how to do is to consume. That's why people are like, far back in the 20s, even in Africa, you have people that are very, very underdeveloped. Why? Because they have what we call a fixed mindset. They cannot improve because they have a fixed mindset. They cannot grow because they have a fixed mindset. They cannot create because they have a fixed mindset. They don't look beyond the limitations. They don't look out of the box to create things. Okay? So it is essential to believe in Allah. But one of the foundations of believing in Allah is to know Him. If you don't know Allah, how can you worship Allah if you don't know Him? Do we have time to learn about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? How many of us skip classes when we have Quran classes or Diniyat or whatever, Islamic studies? We just skip. And we go to something to do something that we think, oh, this is exactly what we were discussing yesterday. I love Allah, I love playing soccer. I love Allah, I love playing basketball. But when it's time for me to pray, I play basketball. So it's like your love is swaying towards something that is worldly, that is not eternal. That's exactly how people measure their intelligence. Instead of working and striving hard for something that is eternal, that will never end, we are always concentrating on something that is temporary, that might not even be beneficial for us. Instead of studying our lessons, reading books, what we do, we engage in futile things. Every day, I have my TikTok. I spend like 1 hour, 20 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours on TikTok. But I don't spend even 5 minutes to pray. If even I'm praying, I'm like thinking about something else. Who can tell me here from among you that he or she has prayed and concentrated on their prayer for the entire session of the prayer? Who can attest to this? Abdurrahman, have you ever prayed and been like concentrating on this prayer for the entire session of the prayer? Abdurrahman?
Yes.
Really? MashaAllah. Ibrahim Abba? 100% concentration, I'm saying. You don't think about anything but the prayer and how you get close to Allah. Ibrahim?
Hello?
Have you ever prayed? Have you ever prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, praying your fara'id or your nawafil, your obligatory prayer or non-obligatory prayer? And in this prayer, you focused and concentrated during the entire session of the prayer without thinking of anything. Absolutely.
Yeah, I did that before. I prayed with nothing going through my mind. I prayed with like the intention of like saying like the surahs that I wanted to like make sure that I wanted to say properly. I made sure to make sure that I said what is it? To recite the surahs. I made sure to make sure that I was making sure that I knew how to pray and I knew what to do while I was praying, pretty much.
Okay. So Khadija?
Yes.
Have you ever had a prayer in which you concentrated for the rest of the session of prayer? Okay.
No.
Muhammad Iraqi?
Well,
Oh, okay. Elaborate.
it's not like I didn't try, but like there's always something going through my mind, kind of hard. But I do focus more on the praying than whatever's.
Okay, it's like 75%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Muhammad Iraqi?
I was just gonna say what Khadija Barker said.
Okay, Ritaj?
Yes, I have.
So can you help explain to us, elaborate on that, how you did this, how it came about?
I was I had a good mood. I had I was happy about my grades. I was happy about what I have done that day. So I wouldn't think of anything bad and anything that will have that will bring me anxiety.
Okay, that's perfect.
Can I answer?
Yeah, Muhammad.
But she is not gonna be focused enough on the prayer. She's gonna be more happy about the report card. So
Okay, so Ritaj, what do you have to say about that? Did you think about the report card? Are you being happy about the report card, or is like, okay, you know what? Report card is report card and prayer is prayer. Let me just pray.
I wouldn't be thinking about the report card because I already know that I'm going to have a good grade. So I'm not going to be thinking of it.
Okay, so mashallah, perfect contributions. So what I'm going to say here is that it is extremely important to know how to shun away, like how to distance yourself from anything or cut yourself off from anything that has to do with worldly affairs before you pray. It is extremely important, as it is also extremely difficult to get focused, to stay serene, to stay zen, okay, before you pray. That's the the meaning, the implication of the first takbir that we do. Once you say the first Allahu Akbar, it means you're cutting yourself off from anything that has to do with worldly affairs. That's why we call it takbiratul ihram. It is the takbir that forbids you from anything that is worldly, that has nothing to do with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the principles that has been stipulated by Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam while praying. So it's like after the Allahu Akbar, you try to build in your mind a different world of imagination based on your prayer. Okay, you create this world in your prayer. You create a scenario where the only one you're thinking about is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala during the entire prayer. Some people can easily do this by closing their eyes. Okay, like they're closing their eyes, they get less distracted by things that are around them, by ideas, by things that are around their imagination, trying to get them distracted. So here, when you talk about Iman, it's not only to believe in Allah, it is also to declare your belief, declare the truth, and carry out the actions that are linked to Iman. You have many people saying, I'm a Muslim, but their actions are contradictory to what they say. You can see someone who says, I am a Muslim, but the person consistently lies. Okay? Why do people lie? I want to ask Ibrahim this question. Why do people lie?
The reason why a lot of people lie is probably because like they're afraid of the truth. They're afraid of like telling the truth because they feel like if they tell the truth, like the thing that they're looking forward to or the thing they're trying to do is just not going to happen, or if like there's going to be like consequences for even if they do tell the truth.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah, Khadija, why do people lie?
Well, like he said, they lie because they don't want to like face what will happen if they tell the truth. Like if they would tell the truth, they would like get yelled at or something. So they just lie to get them off their
To get
shoulders.
them free. That's perfect. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, Khadija. Muhammad Iraqi, why do people lie? Why do you think people lie?
Sometimes people lie because they might face consequences, problems, punishments. But the right way, if you don't wanna be like nervous or anything, you should just say the truth. Or if you don't even want to say anything, if you don't like want to have problems, just say truth. And sometimes like your mom or your dad will won't give you a punishment because you just said the truth.
Okay. Richard Iraqi, why do you think people lie?
They probably lie because they're afraid for being punished, or they're lying because they can't face reality.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much, Muhammad. Thank you, Ritaj. Abdurrahman, why do people lie?
Maybe because they're like scared of something and they don't want it to happen. And then they just make up a lie.
Okay. So, thank you very much, Abdurrahman. Then, if people lie, because one of the reasons people lie is because they're afraid, because of fear. Okay, they're scared. Okay, and they don't want to face the reality. Okay, so lying is the shortcut. Okay, to protect one's reputation. Okay, Is this like correct? Am I correct? Like Khadija, is this correct? That people lie because they want to protect their reputation?
Yes.
Okay, and they want to free themselves from any consequences, as you all said. So people lie because they want to free themselves from consequences. It's like, okay, if you say the truth, these are the consequences. Okay, for example, if I stole something and my mom asked me who stole this thing, and then I'm like, it's Ibrahim. Okay, and then this is one of the ways in which people commit sin. Okay, one of the ways is like, I did not do it, I did not steal anything, I didn't. Okay, that is like very grave. And then the other step is lying, but trying to make other people carry your lies, like carry your actions, the bad actions. So it's like, I did not do this, but Muhammad did it. Okay, and this is a lie. This is more consequential than the first one, which is like, I did not do it. So as you just said, it seems as if someone lies, the person is free. Is that person free? Abdurrahman, a person that lies, okay, is that person free?
No, because they like might find out.
Okay, yeah. So the person is never free. It's like you are in a big forest, okay? And in this forest, you have a big, huge spider web. And then, there's a huge spider web in the forest. I'm just like trying to exaggerate. You have this huge spider web, and you are in the spider web. Lying in this circumstance is like untangling one of the webs of the spider webs. But that doesn't get you free, because you untangle one spider web and you are in more spider webs. So what happens? The other example is like someone trying to get out of a deep hole, and the person is like, the hole is like 100 meters deep, and then the person is jumping a meter or 2 meters. Okay, that doesn't get the person out of the hole. What happens when people lie? They think they are safe, protected. Okay, so the consequences are there, that after this particular period, you don't want people to know exactly that we are lying, and then you will be in a constant fear. The fear that we are running away from will be in you. It's like, I just lied, and I know I lied, and I am free now. You are not free. You have this fear in you. Okay, that's like, you don't want people to know that you just lied. You have this constantly until this lie is revealed. So nothing beneficial, nothing good comes from lies. Despite the fact that you can have negative consequences after the lie, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is there waiting for you. Yes, in the hereafter, saying, why did you lie? I told you not to lie. And lying is one of the greatest sins. It's very important to take into consideration that lying is one of the worst sins that a human being can commit. So what happens is that if you don't want to lie, what should you do? Retouch.
Always tell the truth.
Always tell the truth. That's very easy, mashallah. Yes, Khadija, what should you do if you don't want to lie?
Instead of lying, you can say that, okay, let's say you lie about praying. You can say that I'm going to go pray now, instead of saying I did pray.
Okay. Muhammad, Iraqi?
Yes.
Yeah. how can you prevent yourself from lying? Someone can prevent themselves from lying.
Maybe like praying next to like your brother, and then if someone doesn't believe, you could have your brother as your helper. Like he tells you blank, blank, blank.
Okay, Ibrahim.
Made me always think of like all the outcomes for like if you do lie, because a lot of the time when people lie, they think that it's gonna be like a one-time thing or it's just gonna get them that one thing. And in reality, if the person found out that they lied, then it's gonna be like a big problem. So you should probably think about the consequences of lying and like people finding out that you do lie, and just instead like just like tell the truth and not have to worry about it, as the person already knows and they'll forgive you for it because you told the truth.
Thank you, Abdurrahman. Yeah. Why do you think people? What do you think people should do not to lie that can prevent them from lying? Okay, we've lost.
What was I gonna say from right here? Maybe because
What should you do not to lie? What should people do to prevent them from lying? That can prevent them from lying.
maybe if you're like praying with your siblings when your mom and dad are out, and then you pray, and then they don't believe you that you're praying, you could have proved that your siblings were praying you.
Okay, that's perfect. MashaAllah. So what happens? People lie. One of the reasons people lie is because they don't want to. They are afraid. They are in perpetual fear. The other reason is people don't want to feel embarrassed. Okay, it's like people have esteem for you. They respect you so much in the community, or your parents respect you so much, and they don't expect you to engage yourself in activities that might be a disappointment for them. So it's like you did this and you don't want them to know because it would be very, very shameful for you. And then you decide to wrap it up with a big lie, big fat lie. So what happens is that this can lead someone to lie. The feeling of being embarrassed. Okay. The other reason is people lie because they are self-centered. They don't have autocritic. When we talk about autocritic, we talk about people having this introspection in themselves. Like, I am doing something wrong, I should criticize my actions. Don't let other people criticize your actions first. You have to be the first one to criticize your actions. If you do something that is wrong, always criticize that and say, I will never do it again. This is very bad. What I did is very bad. I'm very sorry, I will not do it again. It helps greatly in relieving you. It helps greatly to fight against what we call self-pride and, being in an ostentatious situation. So, people, how do we prevent ourselves from lying? One of the ways we can prevent ourselves from lying is to control what we say and control what we do. It is difficult, as it is also easy. It is difficult because we don't have the time to think about what we do before we do them. Okay, our actions, we don't have the time to think about actions. They are like automated. Okay, you think, you just do. Think and just do. Because our actions are tied to our desires. I desire to do something. I don't want to think about the consequences. I'm going to do it now. And then the consequences come. I don't want to carry the consequences. But while doing this, I was not even thinking about the consequences. I'm like, no, I'm going to do it. Okay, I don't care about the consequences. But when the consequences come, they are like mountains. So what happens is that for us to prevent ourselves from lying, the first thing we should do is to control our actions and our words, what we say and what we do. If we can control what we say and what we do, then we will be able to control the lies that come out from our mouth and our actions. So controlling what we do and what we say is extremely important. That's the first step towards preventing ourselves from lying. Okay? Because whatever you say, it might be a mistake. And then you say, oh, this is a lie. Okay? And then try to correct it. And so I'm very sorry. What I said was not correct. The pride that you have in you, the ego you have in you, try to kill that ego. Okay, the ego we have in us, we always have this ego in us that can be positive and negative at the same time. It can be positive if we use our ego for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It can be negative if we use our ego to protect our bad actions. Okay, if we use our ego to protect our esteem after doing evil things, that is no, it's very negative to have that type of ego. So what happens if you know you have ego, you have esteem, you have respect and dignity, you don't want to fall into the trap of anything that has to do with abnormalities, try to control what you say. If you can control what you say and what you do, then you'll be able to prevent yourself from lying. The other way we can prevent ourselves from lying is thinking about the consequences. I don't want people to know that I'm a liar, then I don't lie. I don't want people to know that I'm a thief, then I don't steal. I don't want people to know that I backbite other people. I'm a slanderer, then don't slander, don't backbite. Okay? Once we engage ourselves in these activities, we always associate ourselves to them. We are tied to them. Okay? Someone that teaches is a teacher. Someone that leads prayer is an imam. Okay? Okay. Now, everyone wants to have a positive title. Like you are a student. You're very proud of being a student. Ibrahim, Khadija, Muhammad, Ritaj, all of you are very proud of being students. You will one day be very proud to be presidents, leaders, entrepreneurs, governors, lawyers, accountants, and so on and so forth. But we have other titles that we don't want to attribute to us. And these actions and these titles are instigated by our actions. I don't want to be called a thief. Okay, even if I steal, I don't want to be associated with stealing. So what should I do? I should avoid stealing. If I don't want to be called a liar, I should avoid lying. If I don't want to be called a slanderer or a backbiter, I should avoid backbiting people, because these are very, very evil acts, very evil acts. So what happens is that if we believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we should uphold to his whims and caprices, to his instructions. If he says, you should not lie, you must not lie, we don't lie. Don't steal, we don't steal. Pray, we pray. Fast, we fast, okay? These are what identify us as people of Iman, as believers that believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So these are the articles of faith that we did yesterday. Allah, his angels, his books, his messengers, day of judgment, and the divine destiny. Yesterday we talked about Allah. We will be talking about each and every one of these, inshallah, later. So we're going to the next slide. So you have questions here, write answers to the following questions in the grid on the next page. Okay, these are exercises. And then you have chapter 5. So we're going directly to chapter 5. We did chapter 4, we are going to do chapter 5. This also is an exercise. Okay. Oh. So chapter 5 is about the angels. Yesterday, we talked briefly about the angels. So I want Muhammad Iraqi to read.
Okay. The Arabic word for angel is malak. Malak is its plural. Allah created the angels. He created them just as He created man and everything else. They are made of light. We cannot see them, but we know that they are there. This is because Allah Messenger Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam has told us so. The angels are Allah's servants. They obey Him all the time. They carry out His commands. They have no power to disobey Allah.
Thank you very much. So what we are learning today is very new. Some of you know this already, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created angels. These angels were created from light. They are made of light. The angels are made of light, and humans are made of, retired hierarchy, humans are made of Khadija, humans are made of
Dirt? I don't know.
yeah, thank you. Ibrahim, what are the genes made of?
They're made of darkness.
The genes?
The jinns?
Yeah.
Yeah, the jinns. They're made of of everything bad. They're made of darkness.
Okay. Research, what are the genes made of?
Everything dark.
Mohammed Iraqi, what are the genes made of? Khadija Ba, what are the genes made of?
Darkness.
Thank you, all of you. The genes are made of fire. Iblis, Shaitan, is from among the genes. He is made of fire. All the genes are made of fire. Okay? So, fire, all of them are made of fire. Mankind, oh, my handwriting is woeful. Okay, the genes are made of fire. The angels are made of light. Humans are made of clay or earth. And the genes are made of fire. So we cannot see angels. Ordinary human beings cannot see angels. I can see an angel. You can't see an angel. Only specific people can see angels. Prophets can see angels. People very close to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala may see angels. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam has seen many angels. He has prayed many angels. He has been in the midst of many angels. We cannot see them, but we know that they exist. So they are invisible. If we cannot see them, but we know that they exist, they are invisible. And if they are invisible, it means we believe in invisible things. Is it easy to believe in invisible things? No, it is very difficult to believe in something that you don't see. Some people may say, you Muslims believe in Allah, you don't see Allah. Why do you believe in the day of judgment? You haven't seen the day of judgment. And why do you believe in the angels? You haven't seen the angels. And why do you believe in jinns? You never saw jinns. The answer to all this is, ask them, why do they believe in love? They never saw love. Why do they believe in anger? They never saw anger. Hunger, empathy, sympathy, love. They never saw all of those. It doesn't mean we have to see things for them to be real. The most real things are things that we don't see. And the most important things are things that we don't see. So we believe in the angels. We don't see the angels. Ibrahim just said, we believe in air. You don't see air, you just feel it. You believe in your intelligence. You don't see your intelligence. You believe you have a brain. So if someone's saying all this, just ask them, do you have a brain? If you say, yes, I have a brain. What type of question is that? Why ask me if I have a brain? If I don't have a brain, how will I talk? Then ask them, do you see your brain? No. Except in certain circumstances, very rare circumstances, where you can be able to see your brain. Do you see imagination? So these are things that are invisible. Angels are invisible. We don't see them, but we must believe in them. This is because Allah's messenger has told us so. Not only Allah's messenger, even the Quran has told us that there are angels that exist. Even in science, we talk about aliens. Are aliens jinns? Who knows? We never know. Do aliens exist? Who knows? We never know. So the angels are Allah's servants. Some people don't like some angels. Even some Muslims will tell you, I don't like the angel of death. Who likes the angel of death? Rita Iraqi, do you like the angel of death?
No.
Muhammad Iraqi, do you like the angel of death?
Yes.
Khadija, do you like the angel of death?
I mean, I can't say if I like it or not because I haven't seen
No,
it.
I don't like
Ibrahim, do you like the angel of death?
No.
So we have three responses here. There is nay, there is yeah, and there is I can tell. These are accurate responses. The first one, yes. And you're gonna explain because yes is very easy. So why, Muhammad Iraqi, do you like the angel of death? Muhammad, why do you like the angel of death?
No, then I said back, I don't like it. Because it's bad.
Okay, so you retracted your statement. You first said you like the angel of death. Now you don't like the angel of death. So we have three people that don't like the angel of death. And you have one person that is saying, I don't know because I don't know him. Now the following question is, Ritash, should we like the angel of death as Muslims?
I think so.
Why?
Because Allah created the angel of death and Allah commanded him.
Okay. So, Muhammad Iraqi, should we like the angel of death?
No, because I mean, yeah, because when we die, then we're gonna have a fear of Allah. Then we're gonna be alive in the Yawm al-Qiyamah, and then if Muslims are gonna be happy if they're dead, if they die, because it's gonna be faster to them to go to Jannah because they won't feel what's happening.
Ibrahim, thank you very much, Ritash and Muhammad. Ibrahim, why must
Yes.
we the angel of death, like the angel of death?
Huh?
Why must we like the angel of death?
As they're the thing, because the angel of death is the thing that brings us to the afterlife, and they're the thing that like lets us reunite with Allah.
So, are you changing now? Do you like the angel of death?
I mean, I'm okay with it. It's just that like I want to like live.
You don't like, but you're okay.
I
Okay.
like life.
Yeah. So Khadija is saying I am like neutral. I don't know him. Okay. So I cannot say I like him or I don't like him. Or are you changing, Khadija, your perception?
I feel like what Ibrahim said is right, because I don't wanna see the angel of death because I wanna live. But if I do see it, then I should like it because one, it's a lost creation, and two, it's taking me to the afterlife. So I should.
Okay.
I don't know. At the same time, I don't know because I haven't seen it and I
Mhm.
haven't met the angel. So
Yes, you can't like what you don't know. Okay,
Yeah.
that's like a general statement. You cannot like what you don't know. So now this is very important to be taken into consideration. These are like genuine responses, very genuine and sincere responses. That's a very important. People don't like the angel of death because of many reasons. Because like, okay, he's the one that's coming to separate us from our loved ones, from our friends, from our family members, and everything we've been doing, everything we've been attached to for so many years. Okay, so it's like, okay, you want to divide me from my family? You want to separate me from my family? You want to take me away and take my dad away, my mom away, all that stuff? Because of all these reasons, people have some like a negative perception of the angel of death. This perception is not acceptable in Islam, unfortunately. Why? Because imagine, first of all, you want to like someone that will be there when you are powerless, you don't have any power, you're struggling, okay? And you want to be like, okay, you are my friend. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone saying, I don't want to be friendly to the police, okay? I want to fight against the police. Or I want to fight against someone that is more powerful than me, okay? It depends on what you're going through. Okay, when you're powerless, you are in front of the angel of death. You're like, okay, oh, are you the one that said you don't like me? So let's go the other way. You don't want to be in that particular situation. That's the first thing. Secondly, the angels, as you see here, Allah, Malaika is the plural for Malak. Malak is the singular of Malaika, singular of Malaika. Malaika is the plural. The plural for angels in Arabic is Malaika. Malaika. They are the angels of Allah. Okay? Have you heard the song, Ibrahim? They glorify and praise Allah, and they always obey Allah. Okay, it's a very, very interesting song. My voice is like woofing. But this is Malaika. Malaika is the plural of Malak. Malak is the singular. So what happens here is that the angels, they always follow the instructions of Allah. As you can see here, well defined, whatever the angels do is what Allah asks them to do. You understand? So whatever Allah asks them to do, they obey the commands of Allah at all times. Ibrahim, are you okay?
Ibrahim, they're looking to you.
So what happens is that the angels, they always obey Allah. Allah says in the Quran, whoever is an enemy, okay, of my prophets, my angels, know that I am your enemy. So we cannot love Allah and don't like his creation. We cannot love Allah and don't like not every creation, specific creation that was only created to obey the commands of Allah. The angels are only created to obey Allah. They don't have desires. That's the difference between the human beings and the angels. Human beings have desires. I want to sleep. I desire to eat. I desire to go to bed. I desire to drink water. I desire to do this. I desire to do that. These are for human beings and animals. Angels don't have desires. Okay? Angels don't feel like dizzy or want to go to bed, don't feel thirsty, don't get hungry. They are always there to obey Allah's command. They don't drink water. They don't have desires, like zero desires, zero desire. So these creations that Allah has created for His own purpose, for them to obey Him, they do nothing absolutely without what Allah has asked them to do. So it doesn't seem welcoming to not love them and like them. Despite the fact that we have something very honest, okay? Honestly speaking and sincerely speaking, we don't want to be separated from our parents. But we don't know where our parents are going. We don't want to be separated from our friends. We don't know where our friends are going. I gave you an example yesterday of someone that wants to go to the most beautiful place on earth, the most beautiful place on earth. And then you have this person saying, no, don't go. You know what I'm saying? It's like someone going to Jannah. And you have someone say, no, don't go to Jannah. Stay with me. You'll be like, are you okay? Especially if you know the place, if you know Al-Jannah. Well, because we don't know Al-Jannah, that's why we are scared. But if you know Al-Jannah, if you believe, the thing is that all of these are connected, interconnected. Believing in the Day of Judgment is connected to the belief in the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. How many times do we recite the Quran or read the Quran or even read the translation of the Quran where they say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying, Al-Jannah, the best of places, Al-Jannah, everything is there, whatever you wish you will have in Al-Jannah, the best of things we'll have in Al-Jannah and all this stuff. Where are they gone? When we lose our parents, when we lose people that we love so much, where are all these verses that we read from the Quran gone? Where is the belief that we have in the Quran? If the Quran is saying if you die with good deeds, you will go to Jannah, the best of places, then why should we hate someone that is facilitating our transition to this place? Because death is like a transition. Life is like a transition. Before we came to this world, we were in another world. And we transition from that world to this world. So we will be transition from this world to another world. Okay? So it's like he's the facilitator. He's the one facilitating for us the transition from this world to the other world. So what happens is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we cannot see the angels, and they always obey Allah all the time. They carry out His commands. They have no power to disobey Him. No angel will, Allah will absolutely not instruct an angel and the angel says, no, I can't do this. No, whatever He tells them to do, they will do it immediately. Immediately. Okay? So we as Muslims must love the angels. Why must we love the angels? Because they are created by Allah. They follow the commands of Allah. They do nothing without Allah's command. And they execute the command exactly as Allah wants. So if we love Allah, we must love His angels. If we love His angels, we must love His books. If we love His books, we must love His prophets. Okay? You have some people that have negative images about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that say negative things, very negative things about Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, because they don't love him. Some, they say, okay, we love Prophet. You know that blind love? You know blind love? You have the blind love. Not blind love in the sense of you seeing someone and say, I love the person, and then the person might be ugly. I'm not talking about blind love. I'm talking about someone saying, I love, but there is no action behind that love. Okay? If you love Prophet Muhammad and you say negative things about him, then you don't love him. Okay? Actually speaking. So we must, as Muslims, love the angels of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala because they always and only obey him and carry out his commands. So Allah, yeah. So Khadija, continue reading.
Okay. Allah wanted to obey him, so he sent angel Jibril, the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Angel Jibril told the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam what Allah wanted man to do. Jibril, wait, what does that say in the parentheses for Jibril?
Is alayhi salam.
Oh, okay. Jibril alayhi salam brought the Quran to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the command of Allah. This was Jibril's duty. Allah sent angel Jibril alayhi wasalam to many prophets. Before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we can read about these prophets in the Quran. There are many angels.
Okay. So what you're saying here basically is that Allah wanted to have an intermediary between him and human beings. He wanted to have a channel to convey his message. So what did he do? He created mankind and he created the angels. So the angels are the ones that are conveying the message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to mankind. So Allah wanted man to obey him, so he sent angel Jibril. If it were not angel Jibril, we would not have been guided. It's because of angel Jibril that Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam received the revelation, received the message. That is the glorious message, which is the Quran from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So angel Jibril told the Prophet what Allah wanted man to do. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala dictated to Jibril, and Jibril dictated to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam what he wanted us to do and what he is prohibiting us from. Jibril brought the Quran to the Prophet at the command of Allah. So Jibril alayhi salam brought the Quran to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam at the command of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This was the duty of Jibril, to bring revelation to human beings. Allah sent Angel Jibril alayhi salam to many prophets. He did not only send Angel Jibril alayhi salam to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he sent him to many prophets before Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. We can read about these prophets in the Quran. There are many angels, but there is something also that you have to take into consideration. We don't have female angels. There are only male angels existing. In the West, you have people drawing female angels with wings and all the stuff. That is like fiction. There is no female angel. Okay? There is only male angels. So we have many, 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 many angels. Angels are more than human beings, are more than jinns. Okay? So, different angels do different things. For example, Angel Jibril alayhi salam is one of them. Every one of us has two angels. Ibrahim, you have two angels. Khadija has two angels. Muhammad has two angels. All of us have two angels. But we cannot see them. And they remain with us all the time. All the time. You have one angel on your right and another angel on your left. They always see what we do, everything that we do. They write down everything that we do or that we say. They write down our good actions, even if they are the tiniest of actions. they pen them down. And they also take into consideration, into account, and write down bad actions. They write down everything, literally. So, among the angels, we have angel Michael. And then we have angel Israfil. And then we have Malik. And then we have Jibril. These are some of the angels. A Muslim must believe in all of Allah's angels, without exception. You don't believe in some angels and not believe in others. You have to believe in all the angels that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created. Okay? So, these are the exercises that you're supposed to do. What is the Arabic word for angels? This question is going to Ibrahim. What is the Arabic word for angels?
Malak. Wait, should I write it in the chat?
Malak, that's the Arabic name. Thank you. Khadija Ba, what is the plural for the word Malak?
Malaika.
Malaika. Thank you. Thank you, Ibrahim. Who created the angels? That's Ritaj.
Allah.
Allah created the angels. Muhammad Iraqi. What are angels made of? Huh? Angels are made of fire. Angels are made of fire. Thank you very much, Ritaj. Thank you, Muhammad. So this is the lesson. So this lesson. And we will continue, inshallah, with these exercises. So this is what you can do. Just color this later, okay? So we believe in angels, even if we cannot see them. We are going to continue with Arabic. Okay, this is chapter 6 that we'll do next time, inshallah. I'm going to upload Arabic, our Arabic lesson. We do it, and then inshallah, we're okay for today. So for the Arabic lesson, before I upload the book to the platform, I want to ask Ibrahim to explain to us what we did yesterday in Arabic.
We learned how to say, we learned how to say, like, he went out, he went in, he's from.
How do you say it in Arabic? How do you say all this in Arabic?
Huh?
He went out.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. That's what we learned yesterday.
So how do you say he went out?
It was like hadis. No. Hold on.
Khadija, how do you say he went out?
Kharaja.
Kharaja. So how do you say in Arabic? Where is Ibrahim? Ibrahim, how do you ask about your name? Where is Ibrahim? How do you say, where is Ibrahim?
Hello?
Yeah, how do you say, where is Ibrahim?
Hold on.
Can I answer?
Yes, Ritaj. How do you say, where is Ibrahim?
Aina Ibrahim.
Okay. So how do you say he went to Japan?
Can you repeat that?
Arajaman Japan.
No. Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, Ritash. Ritash, how did you say he went to Japan?
راح Japan.
ذهب إلى اليابان. ذهب إلى اليابان. Okay. وسافر إلى اليابان. Okay. So we learned all of this the last time. Today we're going to continue with the next lesson. Yeah, so we did this last time, min, which is from, and ila, which is to, and all of these vocabularies, Japan, China, India, al-Yaban, al-Sin, al-Hind, al-Mudir, al-Philippine, al-Madrasa, al-Suq, al-Jamia. This is what we learned yesterday, okay? So today we're going to do something different, inshallah, if Allah wills. So we go to the next chapter. So this is why I said yesterday that we are going to learn today. Today we are learning about mudaf, okay, and mudaf ilayhi. Mudaf and mudaf ilayhi. Okay, we have examples here. What is kitabun, Ibrahim? Kitabun.
Kitabun is book.
Okay. Now, since the beginning of our Arabic lesson, we've been emphasizing on the definite and indefinite articles. Here, we have this word, which is kitabun. Okay? My handwriting is like variable. But alhamdulillah. Kitabun. This is kitabun. Kitabun. So what we see here, especially here, are two dhammas. Two dhammas, okay? One dhamma, another dhamma. So you have two dhammas. So here you see kitabun, and this one is an indefinite article. So what happens here, if you want to attribute a noun or an object to someone, what do? You take away one of the dhammas, and you have only one dhamma remaining here. Okay? So you say kitabu, and then you call the name of the person. Okay? For example, I can say kitabu Khadija. Kitabu Khadija. That is like the apostrophe S. Okay? Khadija was an apostrophe S.
Kitabu.
No, in English. What is the role of an apostrophe S?
To make it plural. More than one.
Ritash, what is the role of an apostrophe S?
I wasn't here yesterday, so I'm not sure.
Oh, okay.
In English, apostrophe S.
If you want to like describe something
For someone.
Yeah, for someone or for plural.
Example?
Khadija's book.
Yeah, Khadija's book. Or
if you want to attribute a possession of something to someone, okay? That's when you use the possessive S. It's like the book of Khadija or Khadija's book. As you can see here, this apostrophe S, okay, you're attributing a noun, a common noun, to a proper noun. Here you have the common noun first, and then the proper noun comes. You know, I know you know the difference between a proper noun and a common noun. Ibrahim, what is the difference between a common noun and a proper noun? Ibrahim?
Hello?
Yeah. What is the difference between the proper noun and a common noun?
Proper noun and common noun?
Yes.
A proper noun is, I think proper noun is like something to like describe like a certain thing in more detail, such as a name. Like a name, instead of just a name, it's gonna be like somebody's actual name. Like over here, it says Bilal. Bilal. Instead of just name. Instead of city, it's probably gonna be something like Chicago.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Specifying the name of things, the name of places, the name, the days of the week, the months of the year, and all the stuff. Okay. A specific name is a proper noun, while a general name, a general name is like a common noun from the word common, like book. If you go to London and you say book, everyone is using like book or whatever as an English word, which is a common noun used everywhere. So here, if you want to attribute a common noun to a proper noun, the common noun comes first. This is extremely important. The common noun comes first with only one Dhamma accent, only one Dhamma symbol or sign here. You don't put two Dhammas here. And you don't put Alif and Lam here. So you go like Kitabu Bilalin. If you were here while we were doing our previous lessons on the prepositions, you will have understood why the nouns carry kasra or two kasras. It's the same thing here. You have one kasra or two kasras at the end of what? The proper noun, and one dhamma on top of the common noun. So you don't say kitabu bilalu or kitabu bilala. Instead, you say kitabu bilalin. Kitabu bilalin. It is not only one kasra, it is double kasras, two kasras. So you say kitabu bilalin, the book of Bilal. Kitabu bilalin, the book of Bilal, or Bilal's book. Khadija, give me an example of a noun, a common noun.
In Arabic or
in Arabic.
Okay. Hold on, let me think.
Okay, thank you. It will change.
Okay.
Give me an example of a noun.
Kursiyu, Bilal.
Yes, kursiyun. Kursiyun. Kursiyun is a chair.
Yeah.
Okay. What do you say? Kursiyun
Bilal
is a chair. No, this is how you see. This is kursiyun. You see the siyun. Yeah. This is the shadda. And then you have two dhammas, double dhammas, which means it is an indefinite article. So you say kursiyun, a chair. So if you want to say Bilal's chair, what do you do? Or Khadija's chair, what do you do?
Kursiyu, instead of the yun with the an.
You take this on out.
Kursiyu.
So you say Kursiyu. Khadija. Khadija. But the way you write the Khadija, it ends with a ta. Kursiyu Khadijatin. Okay, Kursiyu Khadijatin. But because of the ta, you don't pronounce the ta. Instead, you pronounce it like a ha. Kursiyu Khadija. Okay? But what happens is that, as you've just seen here, you take out one of the dhammas, and then you have two kasras at the end of the proper noun. This is the common noun, and this is the proper noun. So you say Kitabu Bilalin. Kitabu Muhammadin. Okay? Now, that's why whenever you hear people calling to prayer, they say, Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullah. Muhammad, okay, Rasulullahi. Rasulullahi, the messenger of Allah. You don't say Rasulullahu. Do you understand? So you say Rasulullahi. 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 Allah. So you say Rasulullahi. You see Rasulullahi. So you don't say Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullahu. You say Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullahi. Why you don't have two kasras here? Because of the lam is on up. Okay? Because of the alif and lam. If there were no alif and lam here, you will have had one kasra here. So you say Ashhadu anna Muhammad Rasulullahi. What is important is that whenever you are attributing a common noun to a proper noun, the common noun, which is the first one, it should only end with one dhamma, and the second one, which is the proper noun, should have two kasras or one kasra. Now, this is the case if you're attributing this to a proper noun. What about if you're attributing it to a common noun? What happens is that, as you can see here, you say Baitul Imam, the house of the Imam. Okay? The house of the Imam, or the Imam's house. So what happens? You don't put two kasras here, you only have one kasra because of the alif and lam as Rasulullah. For example, if you want to say this is the house of the mosque of the Imam, you say Masjidul Imami. Masjidul Imami, the mosque of the Imam. Baitullahi, the house of Allah. Okay? Ritash?
Yes.
Can you give me an example of mudaf or mudaf ilayhi? So, it is called mudaf, the second word. The second word here is called mudaf, okay? Which means the possessor. He possesses something. Bilal is the owner of the book, okay? As the Imam is the owner of the house. So this one is what we call the mudaf in Arabic, mudaf. The second word, which is faslul mudarrisi. Faslul mudarrisi. Faslul mudarrisi is the class of the teacher. The class of the teacher. So you say faslu. Okay, you don't say faslun. Instead you say faslu. Okay, faslu. My handwriting is not good. So you say faslul mudarrisi. I just want to show you the C. So the C is here. You say faslul mudarrisi. You see the kasra here? But you don't say faslul mudarrisin because of the alif and lam that's here. So you only say faslul mudarrisi. Okay? Now, as you can see, the second word is the mudaf. It's known as the mudaf. The first word is called mudaf ilayhi. This is the first word, which is the mudaf ilayhi, and the second one is the mudaf. So Ibrahim, what is this? How do you call this? The first word? What is the first word called? What is the first word called?
The first word?
Yeah, here. The common noun. The first common noun.
The first common noun is the mudaf.
No, it is the mudaf ilayhi. The second one is the mudaf. This is the mudaf, and this is the mudaf ilayhi. Okay, now repeat after me. Mudaf.
Mudaf.
Mudaf ilayhi. Adija.
Yes.
Mudaf.
Mudaf.
Mudaf ilayhi.
Mudaf ilayhi.
So which one is the mudaf?
The mudaf is the Bilal.
Okay. And which one is the mudaf ilayhi?
The kitabun.
The kitabu is the mudaf ilayhi. So the second one is the mudaf. Okay. Muhammad Iraqi. Thank you. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Mudaf ilayhi.
So which one is the mudaf ilayhi?
Halal.
Which one is the mudaf ilayhi?
Kitab.
Which one is the mudaf?
Bilal.
Okay, retouch. I think it's fine. So it is called mudaf. The second word, Bilal, is the processor, and it is called mudaf ilayhi. Oh. So note that the mudaf takes neither the definite nor the indefinite article. So it is wrong to say kitabu bilalin or al-kitabu bilalin. Oh, this is a mistake. So this one is the mudaf and this one is the mudaf ilayhi. You're right, Muhammad. This is the mudaf and the mudaf ilayhi. The one that is added upon this. This Bilal is added upon the kitab. So this one is the mudaf ilayhi and this one is the mudaf. So this is the mudaf and the other one is the mudaf ilayhi, the one that is added to this, the first word. So the mudaf is definite by position and does not need the definite article. Okay, so the first word here doesn't need the definite article. Only the second word needs the definite article. So you don't say al-kitabu bilalin. Instead, you say kitabu bilalin. Okay, and then you have the how do you say this? The mudaf ilayhi is the negative case. It can have tanween as in the first example, or al as in the second example. Baitu bilalin, okay, the word is bilalun, but here, as you can see, you say Baitu bilalin, the house of Bilal, Bilal's house. Al-imam, the imam. Baitul imami, the house of the imam. Kitabu man, whose book? Okay. Note that man is not in the genitive case because it is indeclinable. It does not change to indicate its function. There are certain indeclinable nouns in Arabic which remain unchanged. You have nouns that change and nouns that do not change. You have variable nouns and non-variable nouns. Like kitab, like Bilal, like the man here that you see man, it doesn't change. Okay, but kitabun changes. Ala maktab al-mudarris. Note that maktab here is in the negative case because of the preposition ala. And mudarris is in the genitive form because it is mudaf ilayhi. So this one is in the genitive form, which means it has kasra, and this one also is in the genitive form, which means it has kasra. What we mean by genitive form is when a word has kasra at the end. The word can have kasra at the end if it is followed by a preposition or if it is the mudaf ilayhi. If it is the mudaf ilayhi, it carries kasra. If it is followed by a preposition like this one here on, it ends with a kasra. So here we have prepositions. These are some of the prepositions that we did, and these are new ones. Tahta means under. The noun following tahta is in the genitive because it is mudaf ilayhi. So you see tahta al-kitabi, under the book. Tahta al-maktabi, under the book. Because tahta here is a preposition. Under is a preposition of place. Ya is a vocative particle. A noun following ya has only one dhamma. A noun that follows ya, like ya Muhammad, O Muhammad, ya Ibrahim, O Ibrahim. Okay? The noun that follows this ya should only have one dhamma and not two dhammas, not tanween. So you say ya Bilalu, you don't say ya Bilalun. Say ya Sheikhu, you don't say ya Sheikhun. You say ya Ustadhu and not ya Ustadhun. So you say ya Ustadhu, ya Sheikhu. But you have nouns that don't change. Like, for example, Yahya at the end, Yahya doesn't change. So you don't say ya Yahyu. Instead, you say ya Yahya because it doesn't change at the end. Ya Mustafa, Mustafa. Ya Mustafa, Mustafa doesn't change. Even you have a preposition, the end doesn't change to kasra. You don't say tahta Mustafi. Adhabu ila Mustafi. You don't say I'm going to Mustafi. Instead, you say Adhabu ila Mustafa. Mustafa doesn't change. End of Mustafa never changes. The words Ismu and Ibnun commence with Hamzatul Wasl. This Hamza here that you see here is known as Hamzatul Wasl. When preceded by a word, the initial E is dropped in pronunciation. This Ibnu, you say Ibnun, Ibnun, or Ismun. But if this word is preceded by another word, you drop the E sound here. So you don't say Ma Ismuka. Some people say Ma Ismuka. No, it is wrong. Instead of saying Ma Ismuka, you say Masmuka. Masmuka, because you dropped this E sound, the kasra. Okay? Ismul waladi Bilalun. Ismul waladi, the name of the boy, Bilalun, is Bilal. Ismul waladi, the name of the boy, Bilalun, is Bilal. Wasmu, and you don't say wa ismu. Here you started by saying ismu, but here you don't say wa ismu. You drop the kasra. Instead, you say wasmu. Wasmul binti, and the name of the girl is Amina. Okay, here you say ismu, and here you say wasmu. So you see the difference between the two? Ismul waladi Bilal. The name of the boy is Bilal. Wasmul binti Amina, and the name of the girl is Amina. Ibnul Mudarrisi, the son of the teacher, Tabibun, is a doctor. Wabnu, and you don't say wa ibnu, you say wabnu. Why? Because this E is preceded by a letter. If this E is preceded by a letter or a word, the E is dropped. You don't pronounce it. So you say Wabnul Imami, and the son of the Imam, Tajirun, is a merchant. Okay? Aina ibn Hamid. You don't say Aina ibn, because this E is preceded by a word. So the E sound is dropped and not pronounced. So you say Aina ibn Hamid. Ainab. You go directly to the ba. It has to come. So you say Aina ibn Hamid. Where is the son of Hamid? Where is the son of Hamid? Okay? Where is the son of Hamid? So, let me see. Give me a second. Next time with another lesson. This is extremely important. The lesson of Mudaf and Mudaf ilayhi, as I said earlier, you answer the following questions. These questions, you can find them in the other book, in the other Arabic book, okay, that doesn't have the English translation. It has all the exercises, okay? So the meaning of these vocabularies, Rasul means messenger, the messenger. Ar-Rasulu means the messenger. So why you hear Muhammadu Rasulullah. Rasul is messenger. Tahta means under. Tahta, under. Tahta. Now, Khadija, how do you say the cat is under the chair? Khadija?
Yes.
How do you say the cat is under the chair?
I don't know how to say cat in Arabic.
Well, we did this since the beginning of the Arabic lessons. Revise, okay? If you revise the vocabularies, you'll be able to speak Arabic very easily. Okay? Cat in Arabic is qittu. Al-qittu. Al-qittu.
Okay. Qittu.
No, how do you say the cat? Not a cat. A cat is qittun.
Al-qittu.
The cat is al-qittu.
Al-qittu tahta.
On the
Al-qittu
the
tahta
chair.
kursiyu.
Al-qittu tahta al-kursi. You say tahta al-kursi because why do you say tahta al-kursi? Because of the tahta, because of this preposition tahta. So we said that whenever we have tahta, ila, min, fi, ala, all those prepositions, okay, preceding the noun, that noun ends with kasra at the end. So we say al-qittu, the cat, tahta al-kursi is under the chair. Kursi is under the chair. Okay, al-qittu tahta al-kursi, the cat is under the chair. Ibrahim?
Yes.
How do you say the mosque is on the house, on top of the house?
Huh?
The mosque is on top of the house.
The mosque?
Is on top of the house.
Al Masjid Tata Beitu.
No, tahta is on top. How do you say on top in Arabic? Ritash?
Yes.
How do you say on top?
Fawq.
Okay, on top means fawq.
Fawq. Okay.
فوق
المسجد المسجد فوت
فوق
okay. المسجد فوق بيت
فوق
فوق البيت
no فوق البيت
فوق المسجد فوق البيت بيت.
no, you don't say فوق البيت because فوق is a preposition. So what do you say?
فوق.
Ritash, what do you say? Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you, Khadija. Ritash, how do you say the mosque is on top of the house?
المسجد فوق البيت.
فوق البيت.
بيت.
Ritash, no, Ibrahim.
فوق البيت بيتي.
No, it's فوق البيت. المسجد فوق البيت. Whenever you have prepositions like فوق, which means on top, okay, تحت, which means under or beneath, إلى, which means to, في, which means in, على, which means on. All these are prepositions. وراء, which means behind, أمام, which means in front. Whenever you have these prepositions, okay, in front of a noun, the noun ends with a kasra. So you don't say فوق البيت, you say فوق البيت, تحت البيت, إلى البيت, من البيت, على البيت, على الكرسي, إلى الكرسي, من الكرسي, تحت الكرسي. Okay? إلى المدرسة أذهب, I am going. إلى المدرسة, I'm going to school. You don't say أذهب إلى المدرسة because إلى is a preposition. So whenever you have a preposition before a noun, the noun ends with a kasra. If the noun is in the singular form, okay, أذهب إلى المدرس, I'm going to the teacher. To, إلى. Whenever you have the إلى, على, في, من, تحت, فوق, وراء, أمام, you have them in front of a noun. The noun ends with a kasra. Okay, is it clear?
Yes.
Now give me an example. How do you say Muhammad's pen? I'm starting with Muhammad Iraqi. How do you say Muhammad's pen? What's your name?
Can you say that again?
How do you say Muhammad's pen?
Muhammad Sin.
Muhammad's pen, P-E-N.
Muhammad Ashara.
Pen, P-E-N. P.
Rafia.
What? How do you say pen? How do you say pen in Arabic?
Sin.
Huh? Ritash, how do you say pen in Arabic?
رفيع.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, let me write it here for you. Maybe you're not hearing me. It's this. How do you say this in Arabic? Pen.
Qalam. Qalam.
So how do you say Muhammad's pen? Muhammad, how do you?
Muhammad.
Huh?
Qalam. Muhammad.
Muhammad. Qalam. Muhammad is very easy. I want to hear the last symbols, the last signs, accent of the words.
Muhammad.
Huh?
Muhammadun.
I'm afraid that's not the right answer. Ibrahim, how do you say Muhammad's pen?
Um, hold on. It was like, what is it? It was.
What are you doing?
I'm thinking about how to say pen.
Okay. Let me ask Khadija. How do you say pen in Arabic?
Qalam.
How do you say Muhammad's pen?
Qalamun Muhammad.
Qala,
Qalamun Muhammad.
qalamun or qalamu?
Qalamu.
Qalamu, Muhammadun or Muhammadan or Muhammadin?
Muhammadin.
Qalamu Muhammadin. Qalamu Muhammadin, Muhammad's pen. You don't say Qalamu Muhammadan or Qalamu Muhammadun. You say Qalamu Muhammadin because you have the possessive S there.
Okay.
Thank you. So you say Qalamu Muhammadin. Baitul Mudarrisi. Okay, so that's why you have these examples here. Maktabu ala maktabil mudarrisi. Maktabil mudarrisi. You can only pronounce it as a kasra if it has alif and lam here. Okay, so you say maktabul mudarrisi ala maktabil mudarrisi. Okay, I will leave you. Thank you very much. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless you and have an excellent day. I'm going to pray Salatul Maghrib, inshallah. Jazakumullah khairan.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
You are currently the only person in this conference.